I'm here today to talk about some exciting new technology for aerial application. My name's Rick Marburger, and we're about 60 miles south of Canada, about the middle of the country, and a long ways from anywhere else it seems, but it's a great farming community. And I operate an aerial application business, and maybe a little bit of history. Back in 1971, I took off with my first load in a Piper Cub, 135 horse, and to spray wheat. We were spraying wheat with 2,4-D, half a gallon to the acre, and using flat fan nozzles. And my father, he had the higher horsepower airplane. His was a 150 horse Cub, and he was spraying sugar beets that day, flying on carbine at a gallon an acre using disc core nozzles. Then later in the day, when the wind came up, we'd switch nozzles on the airplanes, and we put just the straight disc, which is the straight stream nozzles. Well, a lot of things changed since then. I mean, we had a fleet of Cubs, and then Pawnees, and Cessna Ag trucks, Ag Cats, and various air tractors and thrushes. And today, this is my aircraft here that I operate. It's a turbine thrush, and but guess what? Some things haven't changed. Back then, this one's set up right now for sugar beets. This is 2 gallons an acre, disc core nozzles, and we use disc core because the droplet spectrum is good for producing a lot of droplets and good coverage, and so that hasn't changed. And then also this year we use flat fan nozzles spraying wheat just like we did then, and also straight stream where we need the lowest drift possible. But to talk a little bit about the new technology, we'll talk about some applied science. The USDA ARS College Station, Texas developed a electrostatic system, and that was about 20 years ago. And there was numerous systems sold around the country. Matter of fact, I operated one maybe 10 years ago on a 400 Piper Brave, and it worked very well. But it was a learning curve. There's small nozzles. They use hollow cone nozzles, probably 80 to 100 of them. And then if any one leaked or any problems or any contamination in your pumping systems, you'd have plug nozzles, which in the end, I decided to go back to my flat fans. Well, since then, they've developed some other nozzles, and these are made by SP Electrostatic, and as you can see, they're designed, they've got a lot of insulation in them, so as far as shorting out is not a problem anymore. And you can use your favorite nozzles, tips. They work with flat fans, disc core, and also they do work with the hollow cone nozzles as they did years ago. And that was all set up for a gallon an acre. And recently the USDA ARS station has been doing research the last couple of years on electrostatic again, and finding that it works awesome for coverage and canopy penetration, and they're using the low 1 gallon an acre carrier rates. However, most chemical labels, the minimum you can use is 2 gallons an acre, and most of them are 2, 3, 5 gallons an acre. So that limits the use of it, because it's a federal offense to apply the pesticides inconsistent with the label. And now we can with this new technology. And what they're doing is, once the system installed in the aircraft, it's charging the spray droplets with 6,000 to 10,000 volts, and a charged spray droplet tends to repel each other in flight. In other words, when they fly through the air, they don't coalesce to make larger droplets, and when they land in the plants, they don't stack on top of each other. And then the finest of the spray has the most effect. The smaller the droplet, the greater the charge, the greater the attraction to the plant.